Well, for City Joe here, well, back again for another YouTube video. And I hope you guys will like this particular video because this is basically a Razorback related channel, but we do talk about other sports. And I want to take you guys, first of all, before I get into that, let me say this. And I'm going to say this on all my videos because I need your help, folks. I really do. I'm trying to get as many subscribers as I can here. I need your help if I'm going to keep this channel running. And I want to be here when the football season's going on, when the basketball season's going on, when the baseball, I'm here with the baseball season going on. I will admit, I keep up with football and basketball a lot more than I do baseball, but I do like baseball, and I do love the job Dave Van Horn is doing. But this video is going to be about sports in general. I grew up during an era. I was born in the late 50s. Grew up in the 60s, 70s. Really loved sports all my life. Grew up in a sports family. And, you know, I go back to the old days of broadcasters like Kurt Gowdy, Ray Scott, and I'm talking about NFL and baseball guys. Especially Kurt Gowdy, he did it all. And Ray Scott, longtime Vikings broadcaster. And of course, being a Dallas Cowboy fan, I remember the great Frank Lusker. I remember him and the broadcast he used to do for the Cowboys back when they were really good. 28 straight winning seasons to what we got now. But I'm not going to get into that. This is not going to be a Dallas Cowboy tape today. I can tell you that right now. Because right now, when I think of the Cowboys, I get pissed. 3 playoff wins and 20 going on 27 years would get anybody pissed. But I finally reached the point where I don't even worry about it anymore. I don't even enjoy watching it anymore. But anyway, I just want to talk to you guys today about sports in general. And before I get started in that, again, go to my Facebook. If you can't subscribe when you go to view the videos, please subscribe there on the YouTube channel. But if you can't, go to my Facebook page. There's a link, to my Facebook. Go over there, and then maybe you can subscribe from over there by clicking on the subscribe on the link. And then once you get to the channel, subscribe it. Or whatever. I tell you, I'm new at this, and it does get kind of confusing. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know everything about these technologies and stuff because I don't. I just know the basic things. But I do what I can. So, you know me. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to tell it straight to you. If I think something's good, I'll tell you. And if I think it's bad, I will tell you. And you know what I think is bad right now? In every sport. That's the damn officials, the refs. I'm so tired of this crap of the powers that be, in my opinion, manufacturing stuff. That Duke Arkansas game still sticks in my damn craw. It does. Because Arkansas, despite the things that happened, could have won that game. It was just a fair call game, in my opinion. The game wasn't fairly called. It was one-sided to Duke. And it basically put them in the Final Four. They didn't beat us to get in. They put them in there. And you're probably saying, who is they? They are the powers that be. And the referees are not stupid. They know what people want to see. They know the deal. They know it was Krzyzewski's last, go around. So they got him to the Final Four, in my opinion. I think if they played again tomorrow, I think Arkansas could beat them, even with this thing. Now, I know a lot of people are saying, well, they just had too much size for us. May be true. But I watched that ball game. And I saw a lot of stuff they let go for Duke and a lot of stuff they didn't let go for Arkansas. And it pisses me off. And it's the same reason that I don't really sweat the NFL anymore. Because in my opinion, the games are manipulated too much. Look at the end of the Super Bowl. They let them play the entire game, both teams. And then they turn around at the end and get around, what, 4 or 5 straight calls, including at least 1 or 2 bogus calls to help them get in the end zone finally and win the football game. I mean, stuff like that gets on my damn nerves. I guess because of the way I was raised, the thing sports was on the up and up and all this and that. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that because I don't believe it. I think a lot of these games and the outcomes are manipulated. I think a lot of things, when you see one team get a holding call and you look up at the replay and the other team is doing the same thing and the referee won't call anything, that's what you call manipulating games. And that is not good. I do not like it. And it makes it suspect to me, but I do enjoy sports. I'm not going to sit there and lie to you still. And I think it's a lot worse in the pros than it is in college. I think in the pros it's just blatant sometimes. I mean, I remember that Sacramento Kings series in the NBA with the Lakers many years ago, where it was so one-sided, everybody saw it, and a lot of people were outraged at it when they basically just handed the Lakers the ball game by giving every call. I mean, it just, it ruins it sort of ruins the enjoyment of sports, man. When you see this kind of stuff going on, I mean, come on. Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, Villanova, all blue blood Final Four. You can say, oh, well, it's because they were the better team. No, that's not the reason, in my opinion. Sometimes the better team wins, sometimes the better team doesn't win. But in the case that I saw, with Duke and Arkansas, my opinion, better team didn't win that basketball game. If the refs had called the game fairly, Arkansas could have won that game. I still say that. I'll go to my grave saying that. And I saw a couple of, and I hate to put this out there, I talked to a couple of people after that game and they had the same feeling that I did. And I also, was telling those guys, I said, well, now that they got Duke and Krzyzewski in the Final Four, and everybody's saying, well, they wasn't going to let Duke lose. They was going to get Mike Krzyzewski to the Final Four. And I said, now you just watch. When they get to the Final Four against North Carolina, they will not be getting the type calls they was getting against Arkansas. And they'll probably get beat because to keep things going, they know everybody's thinking, oh, they're just going to get Krzyzewski a national championship on the way out. So they just the opposite. North Carolina and that North Carolina-Duke game got just as many or more calls than Duke, and Duke lost the basketball game. So in other words, everybody was expecting just the opposite, but when they put him up against another blue blood like North Carolina and he didn't get all these calls, he lost because they didn't care about him losing in the Final Four to North Carolina. I said that before the game was even played. So, like I said, stuff like that gets on my last nerve. And I keep wanting to think that, hey, this is like it was when I was growing up. Things are on the up and up. But I think it may have even got even worse with the gambling now being legal and all this and that, and you find out Calvin Ridley has been betting on games, and ain't no telling who else been betting on them. I'm not naive enough to think that he's the only one. But it is what it is, man. I love sports, like I said, but some of the stuff that's going on these days, I do not like. Now to what I was talking about, in my other video, is just a few things that I left out concerning Razorback football. The evaluation period for high school recruits is coming up here in the next, I guess, after spring practice is when Coach Pittman said that's when they're going to get on the road and do a lot of evaluations and stuff. There's been a lot of people on campus, a lot of big-time players on campus, lately. And I'm thinking if Coach Pittman can get some of these guys on campus, and there are several that's been back more than once, this could be an historic recruiting year for the Hogs because, boy, they've had some studs on campus. The Mekhi Singleton kid from Georgia, the quarterback, and I said on my other YouTube tape that we've got, in my opinion, we've got to get a couple of quarterbacks. Now that Lucas Cole has transferred out. I don't know how many they're going to take. Some say they're still only going to take one. I feel like they should take two. Singleton, and we've had Avery Johnson come in here and visit several times. I think that's the kid from Kansas. Avery Johnson is. And Singleton is from Georgia, and we've had several other quarterbacks come in here. But I'm just hoping pretty soon we can get one to say yes and start building this quarterback room up again. Anyway, folks, last thing, again, when you come to the channel, we want to keep this channel going. And we want to be here doing football and basketball seasons. I just started the channel after the basketball season ended. But we want to be here doing football and basketball seasons. And we're going to have some fun. There are going to be some features that start coming up. We may even one day fix the channel so we can take phone calls and talk back and forth with each other. That would be a lot of fun, especially during football and basketball season. But in order for all this to come to pass, I have to keep this channel running. And I'm going to need you to subscribe. And right now, subscriptions are, I think I got about 45 subscriptions. People subscribe, rather. And it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. And enjoy all features of the channel once we really get up and running and stuff. Like I said, I'm hoping later on maybe we can have a phone line, take phone calls, talk Razorback sports and sports in general back and forward, and have some fun on this channel. But I need your support. I need you guys to subscribe to the channel. And if you can't just come and view the channel and subscribe, then go to my Facebook page and you'll get all the relevant information and links, to take you where maybe you can subscribe. So I just say thank you all very much here on a Friday evening. And do have a good weekend, my friends. Good night. Shorty, come on. See if I cut it out. You know what to edit out.
Why you keep walking down on the video?
I hope I did.
Yes, you did.